Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to set up a laser beam to make your rocket fire. It has to be a separate sprite. You can't make it as part of the rocket because it moves separately to the rocket. So I've made a laser beam here, a very elaborate detailed drawing of one white line, and I've called it laser. And here's my laser in the middle of the screen. I haven't given it any codes yet. So first of all, I want to give it my starting conditions. When the green flag is clicked, looks, hide. I want it to hide. That means if it's showing at the end of the game, I don't want it to be showing at the beginning of the next game. It's got to be hidden. So let's hide it away. Now, I want it to appear on the screen. I want it to do something when I press the space bar. That's going to be my fire button. If you're not using a keyboard and you're tapping on the screen, then you're going to need to want to use the broadcast command instead. And in another tutorial, I'll show you how to use the broadcast. But for now, if you're using a keyboard, your fire button is your space. You can make up your own. But when this key space is pressed, I want the rocket to go to, I want the laser to go to the rocket. Now I don't need my forever loop here because it's going to happen every time the space key is pressed, and I don't want it to keep doing anything else. Go to the rocket and show. Then what I'm going to do is I want it to go up the screen until it disappears off the screen. So I want it to, each time it goes up the screen, I want it to test and make sure it's not touching an alien. Because if it's touching an alien, I want it to disappear. I want it to shoot the alien. So I can't just have it gliding up the screen. It has to be going up in bits and checking each time. So instead of just doing one big long move command, I want to do lots of little move commands. That means using my repeat move. If it's going to be easiest, in fact, I can use my move. I'm going to use my change Y instead, simply because it makes it much clearer to me. I don't have to worry about what direction it's pointing in. I know if I move the direction or anything, it's still going to be going up the screen. And I want it to change Y by 10 and repeat that 10 times. So when I press this, the space, it'll go to the rocket, it'll appear, and then it'll go up the screen 10 times. And in the middle of that, well, you're going to want to check these numbers. I think it might be about 25 times to get up to the top there, but you want to check and make sure it doesn't disappear. It's going to repeat, and then when it gets to the top of the screen, it's going to hide. But I'm going to check in between. I'm going to put in my if to make sure if it's touching. Let's have senses. And I'm going to use my touching color here simply because that's the alien color, because all my aliens are going to be the same color. That means that if I put touching alien 1 or touching alien 2, I have to make one for every single alien. But touching color green, all the aliens are green. It makes it simple. If touching color, then I want it to hide. I'm going to ask it to wait a little second before it does that. The reason I'm going to ask it to wait, just say 0.5 of a second. The reason I want it to wait, whoops, I've got 2 zeros in there, 2 decimal points. The reason I want it to wait is to just give it time for the alien to realize that it's been hit. Because if the laser beam disappears, and I want to put something in the alien script to say, if it's touching the laser, then if you've been hit, you need to disappear. So I'm going to give the laser just half a second, enough time for the alien to realize that it's been hit. And that will give me a working rocket beam. It means you can only have one at a time. If you want to have more than one laser beam at a time, you can do that using a different function called the clone function. But if you just want to have the one laser beam, here's your laser beam.